The 6 episodes of Knuckles on Paramount+, a spin-off of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, wrap up the series in an exciting way. There has been much anticipation for Sonic the Hedgehog 3's tale since the release of Sonic 2 in April 2022. To help pass the time until the third installment, Paramount has created a Knuckles spin-off television series that tells the narrative of the Echidna Warrior in his own unique style. Idris Elba, who played the title role in the Knuckles voice cast, is back as is Adam Pally, who plays Wade Whipple, who made a cameo in the Sonic the Hedgehog films. Even though a lot of people will disagree over how much Sonic and Tails are in Knuckles, the show makes it clear that Knuckles is the focus of the plot. The conclusion of Knuckles, which follows Wade as he travels across the country to train him in the ways of an Echidna warrior, is appropriately action-packed, predictable, and even includes some spoilers for Sonic the Hedgehog 3. By the time Knuckles ended, Wade Whipple and the titular Echidna had made it to Reno, won a bowling tournament, and vanquished the gun agents that were behind them. In regards to the purpose of this expedition, it was to establish Earth as Knuckles' home. It was evident from Sonic the Hedgehog 2 that Tails and Sonic had adjusted successfully to Earth. As Knuckles soon discovered, this was not the case for him, as the warrior found it difficult to adjust to the more tranquil aspects of earthly existence. Ultimately, Knuckles chose to live on Earth, rather than unwillingly continue to guard the Master Emerald. Similar to this, a major theme in Knuckles' story is his lack of a family following the destruction of his tribe. Nevertheless, Knuckles learned to embrace that Earth might be his home via his voyage with Wade. During the course of the 6 episodes of the show, Knuckles came to accept Earth as his permanent home rather than only reluctantly remaining to guard the Master Emerald. This acceptance was facilitated by his newfound friendship with Wade, his relationship with Wade's family, the people he met, and the locations he saw. The 3 antagonists of Knuckles were first presented in an earlier episode of the show. 2 of the antagonists are gun agents who want to find Knuckles and sell him to the buyer, another antagonist. Ellie Taylor and Scott Mescudi portray Agent Willoughby and Agent Mason, the gun agents, respectively, while Rory McCann, a former cast member of Game of Thrones, plays the buyer. Due to their disillusionment with Gunn, as well as the money they will receive for catching Knuckles, the 2 agents are assigned the responsibility of doing so. Gunn is meant to be an organization that stops these kinds of incidents from happening. Therefore, Willoughby and Mason are irritated that it started allowing aliens like Tails, Sonic, and Knuckles to dwell on Earth. In an attempt to usurp Knuckles' power, McCann's buyer, fittingly dubbed Buyer, is the one who will be funding the agents to apprehend Knuckles. At the conclusion of Knuckles, the buyer is exposed as a previous pawn of Jim Carrey's Dr. Robotnik, who craves Knuckles' ability to avenge the aliens who deprived him of his gun agent status. The gun agents corner the eponymous Echidna in the conclusion of Knuckles. This sets up a protracted action scene in a Reno hotel penthouse, where Wade Whipple defends his family and Knuckles battles his foes. In the end, Knuckles defeats Willoughby and Mason by harnessing the power of 2 rings, banishing the 2 to an unidentified place. By the time Knuckles ends, the agents had vanished from sight, demonstrating the Echidna's final victory over them. The buyer and his outfit are crushed by Knuckles using a massive globe-shaped structure perched atop a nearby building, eliminating the threat to Knuckles' life and enabling a happy ending for Knuckles. But in the end, the buyer ambushes Knuckles during their street fight in Reno. With a powerful exoskeleton powered by Knuckles' gun experiments, the buyer overwhelms the hero in no time. Then Wade Whipple helps Knuckles, giving the Echidna enough time to gather his power before he starts to dismantle the buyer's artificial suit. Following a fight, Knuckles utilizes a massive globe-shaped structure perched atop a nearby building to smash the buyer and his outfit, eliminating the threat to Knuckles' life and enabling a happy ending for Knuckles. Even though the show bears Knuckles' name, Wade Whipple is just as significant a figure as the Echidna. With Knuckles ending, the warrior is able to adopt earthly customs and make the Earth his new home. Wade's adventure taught him the ways of an Echidna warrior from his new companion Knuckles, which helped him grow into a lot more self-assured and capable person. Wade is depicted overcoming his worries and become much braver in Knuckles Episode 4. Wade's storyline culminated at the conclusion of Knuckles when he confronted his father, who had deserted him. As the antagonist of the show who bowls, Cary Elwes' Pistol Pete Whipple is cartoonishly wicked, yet he has a purpose in that Wade confronts him about his sins. Wade defeats Pete in a bowling match after demonstrating that his father was incorrect to leave Wade, his mother, and his sister behind. This, together with the fact that Wade confronted the buyer after Knuckles was briefly vanquished, demonstrate that Wade had discovered his inner warrior at the conclusion of Knuckles. Knuckles features less overt Sonic the Hedgehog 3 setup, and is, to be honest, more self-contained than many anticipated. That being said, when Sonic 3 is released in December 2024, a number of character alterations, thematic elements, and minor world-building details may be woven into the narrative. The conclusion of Knuckles prepares us for Sonic the Hedgehog 3, since the Echidna is now more inclined to defend Earth. Although Knuckles took a pledge to defend the Master Emerald, his interactions with Wade may lead him to battle in the future, not only for that but also for Earth. The reference to Dr. Robotnik by the buyer also foreshadows Jim Carrey's appearance as Eggman in Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Wade may also become more of a direct ally in Sonic the Hedgehog 3 as a result of his character transformation. Wade has the opportunity to demonstrate his newfound bravery in a way that has a direct bearing on the third movie, rather than merely being Tom's foolish friend. Moreover, the buyer's Knuckles narrative suggests that Gunn possesses numerous methods for utilizing the abilities of beings such as Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. Given that Shadow the Hedgehog is a part of Sonic the Hedgehog 3, it's possible that the antagonist's abilities are applied to build a more extensive collection of gun weapons.